YouTube, what up? Real quick, I'm gonna try to knock this shit out, man. Feeling a little bit better. Got a couple of cups in my system. Was productive at work today. This is the official Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4 Episode 7 recap. I tried to do it yesterday. I really wasn't feeling it. I was stumbling over my words, fucking up back to back, so I canceled the shit. So we're finna retry today. That's what we gonna do, bro. Shit, so let me pull this shit up. Hope y'all been having a good day today, man. Y'all make sure y'all like the video, man. Y'all tune in to my popping out video. White tee. Drop $1 my fucking cash out. Like, come on, bro. Y'all cheap ass niggas, man. Like, bro. Blue Collar Money, the mixtape is coming out soon. Like, I know I've been saying that, but bro, I'm ready to spark something. It's time. My nigga Sev, you watch this. It's time. Let's get straight into it, man. Diana waking up in the hospital. I know it was like kind of scenes kind of flashing back and forth. Tariq crying, she looking like she's in pain. The baby's gone. Little Lorenzo got in his Lorenzo St. Patrick got in his first fight and died. And it's crazy, it's sad, but I'm gonna keep it all 100. Like I said in my other video prior, I don't want Diana and Tariq to be together to be tied in like that. He can fuck on Diana, but bro, I really see him with Lauren, and if he do have a baby with somebody, it's gonna be with Effie, and it's gonna be Diana. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's just me though. How y'all feel about that shit though? Alright. So shit, we get to the point where Diana ends up checking Tariq. You know, Tariq like, Diana, I'm gonna take care of you. Like, you don't have to worry about nothing. I'm gonna be right here. She like, fuck that. I thought you said he was gonna take care of us. You know, rightfully so. You know, cause Tariq been talking about all this shit. I'm gonna be the apex predator. I'm finna do X, Y, and Z. I'm finna take over. And bro, your baby just got killed in the streets. Lorenzo St. Patrick wasn't even known. I don't even think he was a fetus when he was, whatever. And he got in a fight and got killed. He got killed and he ain't out the womb. So that should let Tariq know, bro, you ain't on shit, man. So I kind of understood this, but at the time when I was watching, I was kind of mad. Cause I'm like, man, females is always blaming the niggas. But when I thought about it in retrospect, he did say he was trying to take over this shit, and he didn't want to get out the game. So she talked crazy like, you need to get the fuck up out of here. Tariq like, all right, whatever. And he ended up bouncing. But when he about to leave, when they pulls up, she talked to Tariq briefly like, what's going on? Is Diana all right? How the baby? Tariq like, you feel me? So she put two and two together. So Tariq like, man, I'm gonna fix this shit. Don't even worry about it. Monet like, no disrespect, but shit, this family business. And Tariq, which I liked, he was like, man, look, that's my baby too. And I don't work for you no more. So basically, shut the fuck up talking to me. And then, Tariq walks off. Monet ends up pulling up on Diana. You know, she kind of telling her like, man, it's gonna be alright. You need to tell me who did this. And as Diana is telling her who was involved, Kane pulls up. He like, man, Felicia, whoop the whoop. So Kane trying to come up with a plan, like, yeah, we finna take out this bitch, whatever. But Monet still has this protective and manipulative tactic. So she's kind of telling Kane, like, don't worry about it, Kane, we got this, etc. But Kane was just trying to, protect the family, straight up. You know what I'm saying? I can't put it in no other way. And Diana, and when Kane ended up leaving, he tells Diana, like, look, you called me when Monet fucks up. Diana's like, talking to Monet like, Kane just wants to help. And Monet is like, I know, but he can't find out about Detective Carter because he gonna get himself killed. Which that's protective. She's trying to protect him, which I understand. But Kane is got the most potential out of everybody. Like, just tell the nigga. He still got that repulsiveness in him. But he's not as repulsive as he was at the beginning of the series. And that's just her underestimating Kane's ability to think things through. Because we know he's been through a crazy character arc. Tariq calls Davis to get the address of the whole Detective Carter's task force. Alright, so Davis, he getting in there again, getting his little pump on and shit like that, what I be doing. I try to work out like 4 times, at least 3 times, but a good week is 4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? And work on a specific body part for each day, for anybody who needs a little bit of advice. But he in there getting it in. Tariq calls him like, look, man, Detective Carter's task force. I need an address for every motherfucker. He going crazy. He in his feelings right now. David's trying to calm him down. Like, look, man, Tariq, you're not thinking right. Whatever. Ooh, being the mentor and not just mentor, but shit, he paying the nigga. So whatever you want to call it, whatever business relationship or whatever, you trying to give him the business. Like, look, man, you shouldn't do that. But Tariq ain't trying to hear that shit. And then eventually, Noma, she ended up texting Davis like, hey, you need to pull up on me. We need to talk. Now we get to Rashad Tate looking over the body at the morgue at Kamal Tate's brother. Yeah, this nigga Detective Carter in the cut looking like he ain't did nothing wrong. And Rashad Tate, he got that anger about him. He like, man, I need to know what the fuck happened. I ain't trying to hear none of that bullshit. Hey, if you find out anything, you need to let me know. You know what I'm saying, etc. So we know that Rashad Tate's gonna find out the truth, and we know he might not be smarter than Ghost, or even Tariq. And it's kind of crazy to say right there. That's a hot take, but he's still smart as hell. He know how to mask his emotions when it comes to certain things. So, but Detective Carter knows he has to find some answers. He quit. Now we get to Noma. Noma trying to find another congressman or a businessman to clean her money overseas and to get a citizenship. Okay. So she's basically talking to Davis McClain like, look, man, bro got popped and I need to find somebody else. I need your help. So Davis McClain like, look, it's kind of a tall task you're asking for. But but what could help you is if you get a part owner, basically a husband. I think she kind of looked at him like you could be that person, but Davis was like, I could be wrong, but he was like, nah, I'm straight. You can't. I ain't trying to be controlled or nothing like that. But that's the loophole that. If she finds a husband in the United States, she'll be able to get more access or to be able to be more flexible when it comes to the business aspect to clean her money or U.S. citizenship, period. And we know that Kane's going to fulfill that role later on. But what was I just finna say? Damn. I was finna tell y'all something crazy. Fuck. So let's get on to it though. Alright, so Brayden wakes up. It's the next day. He went crazy last night, jumping on the stage, trying to hump on folks on stage, just doing cokehead shit, right? So shit, Tariq walk in all angry and shit. He like, man, what's going on? So Tariq ended up telling him that what happened to Diana. Shit, Brayden hop up like, okay, just give me 2 minutes to get dressed. And shit, Young Blue knock at the door. Brayden goes to the damn door. Young Blue comes in. He talking shit like, man, y'all niggas fired. Ooh, y'all think you think we stupid? We know y'all niggas selling drugs, etc. X, Y, and Z. So we know that what the fuck that girl name is, the cokehead? L. We know that L name, she been running her mouth. Females is very emotional. And I'm not saying this to down female. I'm just saying this, we got, fam, come on now. You know, humans been around the earth for years and years and years. Come on, man. Let's be realistic here. But she probably was upset because Braden, you know, infiltrated. I wouldn't say infiltrated, but fucked up the whole performance. She probably got to telling Young Blue like, yeah, they selling drugs over here. Yeah, Braden got a whole operation and shit. So that's how Young Blue found out. So now he putting that shit in their face and shit like that. Man, y'all lucky you lucky I shouldn't have y'all niggas expelled, man. Y'all fucking niggas up, man. We don't know if we got fans or fiends. So he like, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, fam. So he try to press that nigga on some Kanan shit. That's the Kanan coming out. But he ain't all the way there, you know what I'm saying? But the anger or the aggression is there. And of course, he's going through a lot right now with the baby and trying to find out the task force address and shit like that. So we just all in his head right now. So Braden trying to tell that nigga like, look, man, you shouldn't kill no cop. You know, but Tariq ain't trying to hear that shit. So he ended up getting on down. But we gonna have to deal with Young Blue or L soon. I mean, it's just a fact. I don't know how, but we gotta handle it. All right, so we got Carter tells his task force that the Russians took out Kamal Tate and Nico has questions. So he's trying to give them niggas a brief like, man, look, Kamal Tate got taken out. I think one of them Russian niggas did it. And we gotta seek justice. Now, Felicia, she like, well, good riddance. He was already on, you know, on our ass on the, you know, playing good cop. We ain't gotta worry about him. But Nico playing it like this kind of like the breadcrumbs that I was talking about in my previous video. He's like, well, man, he ain't deserve that. He was a good cop. I know he was a nosy ass nigga, but he ain't deserve it. So now that we kind of know that eventually Nico gonna turn, you know, and that's just what it is, you know what I mean? So Nico ends up pulling, so Detective Carter ended up going to the little office or whatever. Nico pulls up on him. He like, man, I know you ain't trying to hear this shit right now. We got another snitch inside. And shit, you know, he ended up laying it down like Roman gonna. I mean, I don't think he said Roman name, but he was like, man, Drew said he gonna take him out, but he got some proposition, or he has terms. And we know that eventually Drew and Detective Carter's gonna have to have a conversation. That'll be for later. So we get to Drew. Roman ends up pulling up on him with his homeboys and shit. They all got like knives in their hand. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, looking like they finna get this shit cracking. But, bro, you got the police everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought about once I just got to thinking about it. But, you know, he just kind of just intimidating Drew the whole time. Drew got an officer that's kind of in the cut. They end up breaking it up. He end up nodding to Drew like, man, yeah, me and you on the same side. So we know that Drew got that alliance going. And that means it's easy access to do whatever he need to get done. You know, so that's what I got from that scene right there. Now we got Kane pulls up on Norma, talk shit to Davis. So Kane end up pulling up to Norma crib and shit like that, probably just to check on her, etc. and talk business. But David McClain is there. So, you know, David so Kane talking shit like, bro, you ain't get no business. I ain't no business with that damn slow, you know what I'm saying, etc. But, you know, Dave just got done knocking off Norma. So he flexed his little muscles like, basically like, little nigga, you don't know what the hell you talking about and shit like that, but in a smart way. So shit, Kane can put two and two together. Cause I think Norma came out with a robe and shit like that. So Kane tells Norma about Effie like, man, look, Effie trying to get out the game, etc. And Norma like, since you been thinking so much, y'all need to think about who tipped off the police. And she thought that Effie was a rat, which is actually, I don't blame her for thinking like that because Effie is a very strategic and opportunist. That's what she said. She's an opportunist. But Kane is vouching for her. Like, look, Effie ain't about that, but shit, prove it. So I don't blame Norma for that. But before he got up out of there, he was like, man, hey, stop acting, you know, I think she called a nigga an employee and shit like that, you know. So Kane had to tell her, like, bro, you playing this cat and mouse shit with Davis, like, I need to be fucking on that nigga. You know, he just crazy shit, right? Toxic, bro. Toxic. You know, I would love to explore, cause there'd be a lot of shit. Man, we got 10 episodes, but we should have more of that. Cause we are dealing with humans after all. But shit. I think Diana's at Monet's crib trying to heal up, take medicine. But she's telling Monet like, look, I'm finna get revenge. We finna kill this bitch. I'm finna off that. I think she said, I'm finna off that bitch. Straight up. And I feel her, you know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what's finna happen, you know? I dig it. Shit, I dig it. So Tariq ends up pulling up on Tasha, and I can't think of this girl name right now, but she too damn grown to be having this baby voice. I mean, she got this generic pink on. She about 13, you know, talking like she talking like she just learned how to talk. Tariq, oh my, like, girl, that's bad writing. Bad right. I mean, probably with the timeline itself is good, you know, progression. But look at this girl, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I say 13 at the most. I often say 15. She's 13 at the most. But the whole point is she need to talk like she she been living for a minute. Goddamn. None of this goddamn Tariq, oh my God, you wanna see my dolls? Like, no. God damn. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe I be getting whenever I hear her talk. Jesus Christ. But anyways, Tasha already know what's going on. She like, what you doing here? Tariq like, shit, I just want to check on y'all. She already know the damn deal. So we know Tariq's end up telling her what's going on. But at the moment right now, you know, he's spending time with his little sister and shit, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Monet ends up pulling up on Detective Carter like, you know, Detective Carter ain't know that, Okay, Carter didn't know that Diana was pregnant. But he can't allow, because, you know, Monet is trying to come up with the proposal like, look, we take this bitch Felicia out for what she did. You ain't got her under control. She could be a problem in the future. Trying to shoot the shit, right? But they said to Carter like, nah, we can't do that. I ain't know she was pregnant. And I'm pretty much gonna take care of her, but you cannot take that bitch out. I'm the one that calling shots. You know, you adjust to me. I don't want to adjust to you. So that's basically what that conversation was about. And you know, Monet, she makes great points when it comes to conversations. Cause hey, man, my daughter was pregnant. You know, she beating up, throwing in the trash and shit. Like, what's up with that? A part of your task force. So we got Monet ends up texting Diana that Carter is not helping. So she ended up getting like, she's even more aggravated. She ends up getting the pistol from the lockbox. It was Monet's gun. Crazy and like that should be able to tell you that she's just so emotional right now that she don't even have her own gun. You know, so she just crashing out, period. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. She just crashing out, period. And she finna handle this shit herself. You know what I'm saying? And Drew ends up calling her. You know, like, man, you know, he ended up finding out that the baby's dead and shit like that. Like, I'm so sorry, etc. Let me handle this. Just let me get back. And she's like, I don't want to hear none of that shit. You ain't here right now. Speaking emotionally, but I understand where she's coming from because only she understands what's going on with her body and her thoughts. Cause I was her. I mean, it was Tariq's baby too, but it was her baby and her slump in her body. But she crashing out right now, and she don't go. I mean, straight up. So now we get back to Tasha and Tariq. Tariq pretty much tells Tasha everything that's going on, and Tasha's able to give some good insight on what the woman what the female is thinking as far as Diana. Not that don't come in here to save her, but just be there for her entirely. So she's able to calm him down And then she kind of tell him like, I thought you supposed to learn from Ghost mistakes, etc. But you're not Ghost, fam. You're not there yet, fam. You're nowhere near that shit, fam. So when they be saying this shit, like, it be like, bro, y'all motherfuckers shut the fuck up. Y'all know that shit sound crazy coming out y'all mouth, but we gotta have some character development. But Tariq ain't there yet, you know. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that shit, man. Alright. Effie and Kane now okay, so Kane's up pulling up on Effie like, look, man, tell me what you know about the Russian raid. Effie really doesn't have enough information, but Kane like, look, man, no one's looking for answers. You need to do some little computer shit and figure out who the fuck who took off the task force that came in and raided y'all niggas. So then they had to, so Effie, she said, I need a computer, a cop's computer database so I'll be able to hack in there and see exactly what's what. So now they gotta find a plan in order to do that. And we're gonna know what's gonna happen later on and shit. So he ended up pulling up on Brayden. It makes a, so Brayden like, man, y'all niggas don't knock. He's like, no, don't nobody be knocking this shit like that. So Kane coming there playing, making jokes. If he comes up with a proposal like, look, I need your help. And Brayden and shit, eventually they get to the point where, all right, we do something for you, you do something for us. So Brayden's gonna ask for Effie's operation because, Young Blue done cut off everything. Well, that's gonna be a problem later on. But for that, he's gonna have to help them with a job with that, I won't say house invasion because it never got to that point, but to infiltrate somebody's home. The cop's home. Funny dialogue for sure. Now we got Carter ends up pulling up on Felicia, telling her that Monet wants her dead and shit. Like, bro, you gotta duck off. Did you know she was pregnant? Are you using again? You on drugs again? Just going in and shit like that. And she gotta get on down straight up. But little do she know, shit, Diana already on her. Somebody from Power is always watching somebody. So she's already being tailed. But shit, Detective Carter like, shit, bro, you out here tweaking, bro. You need to duck off and shit like that. Even before that, shit, the Carter ends up finding out that Felicia didn't kill Zion like he told her to. Tariq ended up killing her. And it's caught on surveillance and shit like that. And this is gonna be very evident or very important for the future episodes. For what? I mean, of course we gotta get rid of that tape, but that's just what's gotta happen. So now we got Brayden and Effie. They come up with a plan like the cop is at work, the wife is at the house and they got a son. So they go in there acting like they done got jacked for that car and Brayden got beat up. So they end up getting in the crib. First of all, I wouldn't let no goddamn stranger in my house. But okay, it's TV and they got their fingerprints everywhere. Well, okay, it's TV. Well, besides that, Effie is able to finesse her way to go to the bathroom or whatever, and the bathroom is close to the bedroom. So she's able to go to the bedroom, find the police computer, and start to download what she needs. But in the meantime, Brayden, he's kind of stalling the wife, and after a minute, Brayden end up fucking up with his word with the story. So that makes the wife be like, okay, let me go check on her real quick. Yeah, girl, she all up in your shit going crazy. And Brayden was finna Brayden was prepared to kill her. But luckily, Effie was able to text Kane, like, now, come now. And this nigga Kane pull up with a goddamn, in the whole damn cop outfit, talking about I'm Officer Ramirez. Boy, if you don't get your ass on somewhere with no damn cop car, so what, you been walking, nigga? But shit, like I said, it's a TV show. We'll just have fun with it. But that was a funny scene. That nigga Kane said, "Come, Caucasian male." Just being funny. Shit like that. He always giving out white jokes, calling Brayden For example, what that nigga name? Ben Affleck, Johnny Depp, whatever. You know, he always be saying some little crazy shit. Should be funny. So we got Carter ends up finding one of the Russians because he's trying to pin the murder on Kamal Tate so he can get Rashad Tate off his back. Cause I forgot to mention, Rashad Tate threatened Detective Carter like, bro, if y'all don't give me no answers, I'm gonna go with the press with it. So you know he needs to do this. He needs to take care of this shit ASAP. So he finds one of the Russians that was at the raid, ends up killing them. And this nigga Nico like, man, you sure it's the one that killed Kamal Tate? And shit. Carter like, man, yeah, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But this lets us know more and more and more that Nico gonna turn. You know, straight up. Alright. So Drew, he ends up getting out of his cell by that officer we were talking about earlier, and he gets to Roman, he ends up killing his ass. And then he ends up hanging him. With whatever he was able to build in his own cell. But my whole thing's like, bro, your fingerprints is everywhere. I mean, I know jail, prison, they don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like a nigga died. Unless a nigga gets stabbed and shit like that, you know, but other than that, bro, you know, niggas die every day. You know, prison is very, very, I'm not saying this shit to be cool. I'm just saying this shit from what I be hearing. But prison, jail, they don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't give a fuck about niggas, period. When I say niggas, all race, bro, you're just an inmate. You're not a human being, you're an inmate. You know, if you get sick, all right, we're gonna try to get somebody, but, you know, it ain't urgent. It's just, man, I stay out of jail, bro. Oh God, jail ain't cool, bro. But yo, that shit happened. He get the business clear. So now we get to Diana. She's able to pull up on Felicia, and they end up getting the whole fight scene. The shit was really whack, but Diana gets the upper hand by punching her in the stomach, I believe. She ends up killing her ass with the damn skillet. Crazy, like brutal, you know what I'm saying? Crashing out. And she ended up realizing that she has a baby, so she kind of comes to her senses. And she ends up calling Tariq, cause Tariq is actually on the way. I don't know where he going, but shit, Tariq like shit, man. She like Tariq, I need your help. You know, he don't come through and shit like that. Carter ends up telling Tate that they got the guy who killed Kamal Tate. That even though Rashad ends up spitting on the Russian, like, yeah, little bitch ass nigga, you know, but I believe that he knows damn well it's not the actual person that killed his brother. I feel like he just too smart for that to fall for the okie doke. So, you know, it's gonna be real good these next couple of episodes, cause you know, Rashad he's able to flip into a corporate company man, or not company man, but politician, a corporate politician into a regular nigga in an instant. You know, he be talking to Ghost back in the original Power, like, how you doing, my brother? All right, let's take some pictures. And he be like, nigga, send me my money, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know what this nigga be about, man. So, I can't wait. Back to the mission at hand. I don't know where I was at, my damn shit. Yeah, I said Rashad Tate smarter than that. He ain't finna fall for that shit. So, of course, in the next couple of episodes, we should expect for that nigga to find out what happens, for him to get some allies and take out Detective Carter. Even though I don't want him to get taken out so soon, but that's probably what's gonna happen. Effie wants to stay the night with Kane, and they ended up finding out exactly who was behind the raid. Detective Carter's task force, he ends up finding out that there was dirty as fuck, because, you know, Effie ended up giving one of the Russians, you know, like a couple of bricks of cash or whatever the case may be. But shit, they killed that nigga and shit. One of the task force, you know, Nico ended up getting that shit, remember? I think it was Nico. Nah, it was that black dude that was a part of the task force. He got popped, but he survived. So now Kane knows that Detective Carter's task force is dirty as hell, and that Monet is involved with it somehow, some way. So we know that he's gonna. But before I even get to that, if you like, I'm gonna stay here. I appreciate you looking out for me. I'm gonna stay here. You handle your business. I'm gonna be right here. So as Kane's from the bounce, she ends up calling Monet, but she ain't answer. Go to voicemail like, Monet, tell me what the fuck is going on, etc. Woo woo woo. So that's that. Monet, all she got to do is just tell Kane the truth, but she just doesn't want to do that for whatever reason. So Drew ends up getting out, and he tries to make the business moves that he was speaking of with Nico, but shit, Detective Carter ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Like, bro, you can't run. You ain't running shit over here, with my son. He kept sunning that nigga. He like, you ain't running nothing. And shit, behind, I won't say behind the scenes, but off screen, Drew ends up telling Don Carter everything. And that's why they're going to be able to pull up at Felicia crib and find out what they're going to find out later. So Tariq ends up getting and shit, they got to put this little nigga to sleep, you know what I'm saying? Because they want to kill the innocent child. But that's what they doing in the meantime. Really not important. I might cut that shit out. But Kane ends up pulling up back up on Noma. Like, look, we find out all this information about Don Carter, etc. I'm gonna investigate and shit. And he also ends up fake proposing to Noma. Like, look, man, I'm gonna marry you. You need a partner. None of this employee shit. Whatever I get, I want what you have. I know what you and Mecca, I thought it was, that shit wasn't a real relationship. I want what Mecca has. As long as you don't fuck up my shit, we can do this. None of that employee shit. So she ends up agreeing to that. She, no one loves a motherfucker who take charge. She end up fucking. So that's what's going on. And, Effie's still laid up at Kane crib waiting on that nigga to come back, but she finna get on down. Shout out to Kane. Tariq ends up telling Diana about killing Ray Ray, just kind of to relate to her and kind of, ease her mind a little bit. But by then, shit, Monet ends up pulling up to the crib. Diana, shit, Monet wants Diana to get the fuck up out of here because she's thinking about her future. But it's already a little bit too late because shortly after that, Drew pulls up, and right behind them is Detective Carter, and that's kind of like the biggest scene of the whole episode. Carter finds out about Noma being the actual plug, and he's gonna actually just take over that shit as well. But one of the main things that Detective Carter was asking for when he first entered the house was like, man, where's the kid? And shit, they're like, he upstairs asleep. So that potentially say they lies. And the fact that Drew told Detective Carter everything, he spared Monet's life. But that kind of lets me know that Monet's gonna get killed eventually, cause she's gonna crash out by her kids, and that's how I go, But that nigga Detective Carter said, "Welcome to the team, to Tariq." Like, bro, that's the last nigga you want on your team, nigga. Well, that was a good episode, man. I ain't expect for this shit to be that damn long. But if y'all like the video, man, like the video, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna fuck with y'all, man. I'm out of here.